A confirmation hearing is planned for Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche today, and it's expected to be heated. Blanche does not have the AG job permanently yet. Let's go live to Scripps News Group Chief Washington correspondent Joe St. George. And Joe, combative hearing expected. Is it possible his confirmation gets blocked?
It is possible, and it's possible not because of Democrats, but because of Republicans. If just one Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee sides with Democrats, that might be enough to thwart Blanche's nomination. President Trump desperately wants his former personal defense attorney, his current acting attorney general, to be the permanent leader of the Department of Justice. And let's call it what it is. Attorney general, one of the most important positions in American government. The reason why there is drama today is, yes, the questions will be intense about Blanche's loyalty to Trump, about January 6th. The Epstein files will be brought up, that we expect Epstein survivors to be seated just a few feet from where Todd Blanche will be testifying, this hearing getting underway in about 15 minutes time. But the drama will center around the Republican senators who have said they want to listen to his answers. They want to ask some questions before they formally commit to voting to him. And there's two senators in particular I'm watching. Senator John Cornyn of Texas and Senator Thom Tillis of North Carolina, both Republicans, and both with not a ton of loyalty and love for President Trump right now. Cornyn of Texas just lost a primary in Texas to a guy that President Trump endorsed. President Trump didn't stand with Cornyn in his primary, and Thom Tillis and President Trump have had a long-standing feud. Tillis isn't running for re-election in part because of it. So these Republicans will very much dictate the future of Todd Blanche. A combative hearing indeed. As we like to say, Allison, there are hearings on Capitol Hill, and then there are hearings that drive the news of the day politically. And this is certainly one of those hearings.
Absolutely going to be one to watch. Joe St. George, thank you.